Well, hello everybody, welcome to In the Know, and this week we are looking at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Strange little tournament this in many ways, so early in the PGA Tour season. We've just come off a couple of big events, obviously the return of Tiger, and now we've got a celebrity hack fest on the Californian coast at three fantastic courses, including that US Open venue, of course, Pebble Beach. Now, despite the rather informal nature of the competition, this is an event that usually draws a big field, and this year is no exception, headed of course as it is by the world number one Dustin Johnson. Johnson, who has already got his first PGA Tour win of the season, he of course swept to victory at the Tournament of Champions, is the 13-2 favourite here, and if you look at the form statistics, it is rightly so. He has won here twice in the past, he has 4 other recent top 10s. Pebble Beach has really been his playground over the years, even if he hasn't won here since blowing the US Open in such spectacular style in 2010. Now, with that kind of record and with odds makers paying down to around 7th place, it will be a big surprise if you don't get any cash, even if you are tempted on a little each way bet. Now, that does seem a bit tight in a golf tournament, 13-2 on an each way, but given Johnson's form characteristics here in the past, it will be a big surprise if he's not featuring around the top 10 and much higher. Now, a price which for some people will jump out of the page is the 12-1 you can get on Rory McIlroy, which seems a huge price considering he's finished 2nd and 3rd in the recent European Tour Middle East swing and really could have won both tournaments. Now, the Northern Irishman has no tournament form to go on here. He has yet to play in this event and has only teed it up at Pebble Beach once before in the 2010 US Open, of course, where he missed the cut. But McIlroy looks back in business this year if what I've seen from the first 2 events is anything to go by. And if the wind stays a little bit quiet, we know of course how his high ball flight can be affected in gusty conditions, then at that price he would have to be on your radar, wouldn't he? And finally, sticking with the big hitters, an each way shout for you here, and it's the 33-1 that is on offer on Phil Mickelson. Mickelson has loved Pebble Beach in the past, has won there 4 times. He hasn't won a tournament actually since winning the Claret Jug at Muirfield in 2013, but came closest to breaking that duck a couple of years ago at Pebble Beach when he was 2nd and just edged out by the 1,000-1 shot Vaughan Taylor. Now, I'd wondered at a couple of points in the last year or two whether Mickelson was going to be a competitive force on the PGA Tour again. He has been struggling for some consistency, has made some changes both to his caddy, his swing and his coach. But things have been looking up for the American in recent weeks, and that has put him on everyone's list once again. The 47-year-old has been showing some interesting stuff recently, not least when he was tied for 5th last week at the Phoenix Open in Arizona, and that could have been a little bit better were it not for a double bogey at the final hole. And that's Mickelson in a nutshell, isn't it? You'll see some fantastic stuff and you'll see some horrendously poor stuff. He does like to entertain, but he generally looks like he's getting back on the right track now, and at 33-1 I will throw a pound or 2 his way each way. Now, I've got 40-1 and 66-1 each way shouts on our betting blog at nationalclubgolfer.com. This has been In the Know. Thanks for watching.